Yeah, I was muted, Jasper. Hi, Kathy. How are you? Just trying to coax him into a good mood with a little bit of food. He always seems a little more personable once he's eaten. Hi, Adele. What's up, Queen? Hello, Abraham. Thanks for stopping in. Yeah, where the hell's the star of the show? Oh, Joy. Yeah, luckily we missed out on the storm we were supposed to get over the weekend. I'm not disappointed. Not really. Likewise, nice to meet you too, Abraham. That's Pigpen, the Oscar. Um, I don't really have names for the Raphael cats, but I got three of those guys in there. And try to keep up with the mess he makes. They do pretty good. I did notice one of my clown plecos out up against the glass this afternoon. Just hanging out there, thinking no one can see him. I can see him. You guys saw him. Yeah, it does get old after a while, though, Jasper. Playing in the snow. Yeah, it's a little bit too much. If the snowmobile gets stuck, you know it's deep. The gator, that's kind of a given once it's so deep. If you can't get the snowmobile to move, it's fucking deep ass snow. We had to fucking snowplow take the mailbox off the post. The last storm we got, I went out yesterday and put it back. Put some bigger screws in it. Springtime, I'll probably have to revamp the whole fucking thing. Yeah. When the machine built to go over snow don't want to go, it's time to stay indoors with the fire. We had a fucking heat wave yesterday. It got up to 30 degrees. It felt like springtime almost after not getting much higher than 20 the last week. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I did that yesterday too. I went outside a little overdressed and had to shovel snow so the fuel oil guy could get to the spout on the side of the house. And yeah, after about halfway, I was like, Jesus Christ, I think I got too much clothes on. What's up? Fathom, Maine. God damn it. I know I know your fucking name, son of a bitch. But what's up, buddy? Good to see you. Yeah, can't be much going on if you stopped in over here, because this is all we're doing. Where's that fucker? There he is. Now he wants to be asocial. He conned me out of a couple of pieces of food. Now he just wants to hang out over there behind the plant roots and shit. Ah, that sucks, man. I had to get a disposable the other day because the place didn't have any fucking pen carts. And I don't know why, but a 2 gram disposable doesn't last as long as a 2 gram cart for my pen. And I get them for like $50 for a 2 gram cart. And I went to another store and they're like, "Oh yeah, I got them, but they're $100." I'm like, "You can kiss my ass. I'll go get a fucking disposable first." Oh shit, I got 2 growth points coming out of that fucking bamboo. You really can't see the second one on camera. But I don't know how they're gonna work growing underwater. Yep. But I was throwing used up carts in a little fucking change jar. I just cleaned that out today. Probably threw 10 of them away. Empty ones. Yeah, sometimes it's the simple things that, give you the biggest thrill. Yeah, they're always an added bonus. Definitely portrays the emotion you're looking to get across. Oh, no shit. I was sitting at a buddy's house getting stoned. Shit, this is probably like GTA 5 was in its first year after they released it. And my buddy is sitting there and he's playing, and I can hear the people that he's playing with. And the dude sounds like fucking Matthew McConaughey. And it turns out he was actually playing Grand Theft Auto with fucking Matthew McConaughey online. It's pretty fucking crazy. He he signed out as soon as a couple minutes after he said something because everybody started fucking bombarding him. So he just left. But he admitted to it and then had to split because shit got hot for him. Yeah, and some mods take that shit real fucking seriously too, man. Especially fanboys for bands. It's like, Jesus Christ, man. You'd think it'd be kind of hard to silence a dude that's in a band called Suicide, or silence, to offend a dude in a band called Suicide Silence. Oh, that's funny. Oh, you acting like a tough guy now, dude? Yeah. Sometimes a change like that really is drastic. There's a few bands that have switched members, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'll just go where the fucking missing member went, or find someone else. Like, I can't listen to New Sepultura at all since the singer left. It's not the same. Yeah, there you go. Get the camera. Yeah, I haven't had one. I've been thinking about getting one. I got a 20-gallon tank that's not doing anything for me but growing out snails and plants. I thought about getting one for in there. They recently discovered, within the last few years, another species. There's a bunch of different species, by the way. The ones we all know most is Beta splendens. But they found a communal species where you can keep males and females together, and they live in a community. But you got to kind of manage how much they breed, because you'll end up overpopulating your tank. But those are kind of expensive. But I would get a short finned one. I don't really like the long fin anyway. And when they get older, they really struggle to fucking eat because it's hard for them to swim with all that useless fin. But the short fin ones are little fucking, like, pikes. They're little predators. They're pretty badass. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't keep up too much with what's happening behind the scenes with a lot of bands. I find that if I look too deep into some people, I don't like the character and I don't like the music after that. Or it's hard to keep liking it when you know that the people are literal, truly scumbags. Oh, it's okay, Kathy. We're here for a while. I don't lock the door. Well, yeah, I mean, if they're still drawing crowds, man, it really doesn't make sense for a band to, to hang it up unless they can't get along. But I mean, there are fucking bands out there that have been going 30 years and nobody in the band in that time is the original member. There are some 70s bands, there are no original members left. It's just a bunch of motherfuckers calling themselves that. You kind of have to, man. When you're an entertainer of any kind, be it an actor, a singer, fucking a sports, celebrity, an athlete, you kind of have to appreciate those people that like you. Oh, what's up, Jared Johnson? Uh, I have a friend that met James Earl Jones in a small town in upstate New York at the pharmacy. She was working the counter, and she quietly and discreetly asked him if he would mind coming into the back to get his prescriptions so maybe she could get a picture and an autograph. And he politely told her to go fuck herself, basically, and was like, yeah, I'm not working. If you want an autograph, 2 days from now at some bookstore, there's a fucking there's a signing. You can come get my autograph for like $15 or something like that. She's like, what? Like, you should really have some appreciation. Like, I used to pay to see you on Broadway when you were young, and now you're telling me that shit. Yeah, they could live a long time, man. I like that fact. And they're cool, even when they're being an asshole. Like, he'll splash water at me sometimes. Like, I don't know if it's him telling me to get off my ass and open the food, or to stay on my toes, or what. But yeah, they rearrange. Yeah, I'm not quite that far north. She was a little more north than me. I'm really not considered upstate, only to people that live in the city. Oh yeah, he'll mean mug the shit out of me, and then he'll like attack the glass. Like, if I stare too long, my face too close to the tank, it scared the shit out of my brother-in-law. He was fucking, his face was pressed up against the glass, and the fish came out of the shadows and just fucking looked like he was gonna bite his nose off through the fucking aquarium. But yeah, they're cool. I've wanted one a long time, and a while back I got a deal on this tank, so I got one. Now I want to get a bigger tank so I could put another Oscar in there. Maybe get a couple more fish, some silver dollars or something. But yeah, he likes to hide. He likes to rip at all these plant roots. He'll pull plants into the water if he can. We had a bearded dragon, Maka. I think Maka was like 14, 12 or 14 when he passed away. He was a pretty big bearded dragon. Really chill. He only moved fast when it was feeding time. Other than that, he was laid back as fuck. I had a buddy, he was like 6 foot tall, 300 pounds. We're hanging out one day, and I asked him if he wanted to swing by the pet store so I could grab some mice to feed my snakes. So we're in the pet store, and they had a deal on a Chilean rosehair tarantula. And he's like, man, that thing is so cool. I'm like, dude, you fucking get freaked out when we see spiders in tall grass at work and shit. Like, what do you mean it's cool? You don't like them? He's like, nah, it looks cool, man. Look at it. He's like, and then he's talking to the lady that works there and finding out like what kind of tank you could put it in and this and that. And he went home, got a 5-gallon tank, set it up nice. Never handled the tarantula, and he calls me up one day and he's like, oh man, this thing I think is dying. And I'm like, bro, it's molting. Leave it alone. Like, mist it once a day with a spray bottle, or keep a damp paper towel in the corner or something, and it'll be cool. We give it a few days, and then then give it a week after it comes out of its skin to start feeding it, because the exoskeleton will be soft. Well, hi Kelly. He got the molt skin out, which looks like the fucking spider, you know? Well, he saved it, laid it flat, sprawled out, and put it in a sandwich bag, and put it in a drawer under the spider's tank. A couple of months go by, I'm over at his house, and he's looking for something in that drawer, and he sees that fucking spider skin, and he fucking, lets out a high-pitched scream, and he backpedals about 10 feet till he hits the couch, and then falls over in the couch and is just shaking like a leaf in a high wind. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is wrong with you? He's like, the fucking spider got out, man, the fucking spider got out. I'm like, what? He's like, it's in the drawer, the fucking spider's in the drawer. I get up and I look at the spider tank, and I see the spider in the fucking aquarium. I'm like, bro, remember when it molted a couple months ago? Oh, motherfucker. But yeah, and then I asked him to hold it, and he left. He goes, you want to hold it? Let me leave the fucking room. But he went and locked himself in the bathroom because he thought I would chase him around the house and tell me how sick I am because I actually put my hand in there and picked it up. You fucking bought it. You're afraid of it. You have it in your house. Who's the sick one, dude? But my girl's brother, stepbrother, was moving, and he has a Mexican fire knee tarantula, which is the black ones with the orange joints on their legs. And I was trying to get Allison to let me take it for him, so he would have a little peace of mind that it was somewhere where it was appreciated. It was mean. It did not like people. You walk by the tank and it does a threat display every time. Like, I don't have to take it out, but she did not want it in the fucking house. Because apparently it had gotten out, and she heard that it had gotten out before. She didn't trust me to not let it get out, so it was a no. No spiders. No live rodents in the house. She lets me have the snakes and the fish, though. I'm not arguing. Yeah, I don't know. We don't really have family gatherings anymore. Some of us get together, but you really can't call it a family gathering when there's only 2 or 3 of us and a bunch of non-family. But we're all a bunch of assholes and we can't get along, so it's probably better that way. Well, that's how some of the best ideas come to you, man. I'm getting water at all. Oh. Yeah, yeah. I'm sure you did get some looks, bro. Fuck. Uh, I was just a punk rock, long haired headbanger kid that moved out to the country, and, like, yeah, people would fucking stop and stare. It's like, what? Because I don't got shit on my shoes? I'm not, fucking welcome? What the fuck's wrong with you? Some little New York towns are like hidden little fucking shitholes. They look nice on the outside, but it's a fucking turd wrapped in gold foil. I've lived in a couple of them. Hi, Brooklyn babe. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he just swam by. I don't know if you saw him. No, I wasn't. I wasn't there. Sometimes you just gotta, bro. You know? Yeah, yeah. I'd rather not have any breakdown I may have witnessed either. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta, dude. I mean, there's nothing else for it. You just gotta let it the fuck out. Oh, that's funny, bro. My mother was driving us home from North Carolina. She wouldn't let any of the rest of us drive, and she takes the wrong fucking exit, and we end up in the middle of Brooklyn at like 11 o'clock at night. And that song came on the fucking radio right when we decided to stop and get fucking directions. And I go up to a Hess kiosk. It's a gas station with just a little hole in the wall to see if they got a map or she could give me directions. And this lady was almost as big as the kiosk, and she just said no. And I said, well, is there anybody around here that can? And she pointed to the corner of the parking lot, and I look over, and I thought it was a fucking shed, but it was a big dude, and I'm like, well, fuck. So I go over, and I'm like, yo, bro, you know how to get to, like, fucking Westchester County? Because I know Westchester. I could get home from Westchester County. I'm like, I gotta find, like, 684. If you could give me the 684 from here, bro, I'd fucking appreciate it. He's like, well, I could use a few bucks. And I said, bro, I got $15 right now. You can fucking have it. It's all the cash I got. I mean, you can have it if you could tell me how to get the 684. Dude, we made 3 turns and then was on a fucking a highway, and then he said the second exit is the one you want, and second exit took me right to the fucking town I worked at before I moved to North Carolina. I'm like, son of a bitch. But yeah, $15 to have us take a right, go down 3 blocks, take a left, take another right, and you're on the highway, and then you take the second exit. Fuck, but I would have gave him $100 to get the fuck out of there. You see some interesting shit when you're stuck in traffic in the middle of Brooklyn at night, like the skinny fucking light-skinned dude with the long-ass dreads running up the street with his arms full of flowers, cut flowers, and 3 blocks down the street there's a little Vietnamese guy yelling at the cop about the asshole in the dreads that just grabbed an armful of flowers out of the front of his shop and ran up the street. Definitely not my idea of fun. I'd rather be lost in the Catskills or the Adirondacks than in New York City. Yeah, it's not even really that for me. I'm not afraid of the people. It's just the claustrophobia of it, BB. When the buildings are taller than trees and only certain roads go certain directions, and I don't know what the fuck is up down there. You know what I mean? I live on a back road in the woods, kind of. You know, like. But yeah, it's the constant stop and go traffic, all the fucking asshole drivers. Like, yeah, I'm not built for that. Well, I'm a big bulky guy. I would do my best not to petrify you, bro. Seriously. Whoa. Oh, yeah. Yeah, until you realize that guy probably can't wipe his own fucking ass. I worked with some big gym bro type dudes on construction sites. They can't bend over and grab fucking 6 2x4s off the ground. Very limited range of motion. Like, I got better range of motion in a fucking leather jumpsuit. Like, fuck's sake, buddy. Yeah, I had to vent a lot of fucking hatred and rage to find this part of that personality. It's nice when you finally learn how to just let shit go. It's probably why my hair isn't turning gray very fast. My beard's going, but the hair's alright. I just don't let shit bother me. Hi, Spirit. Yeah, he's acting up a little bit. Probably gonna stir up the mess on the floor. I didn't think it was too bad. I was gonna clean him earlier. Yeah, well, one person's definition of something is vastly different than the next person's. Um, like I was like my from 20 to 30, I was literally the most self-destructive motherfucker I ever met. Um, it got to the point where like hardcore alcoholics in my family wouldn't be happy to see me if I stopped by to have some drinks with them because one drink was like a quart of whiskey, and I was blasting fucking tons of cocaine, whatever the fuck I wanted, basically. And like people are like, "Oh, you're just gonna be a fucking drug addict and a drunk your whole life." And then when I got sober, without telling anybody, I was thinking about it or nothing. Um, I just lived, dude. You know, fucking my ex broke up with me. You're just a drug addict. Like, you know I'm clean. How are you telling people I'm a fucking drug addict? But I am a drug addict. I'm just not a using drug addict or an alcoholic. I'm not an active alcoholic. But like, all right, think what you want. But I've lived in the same place since we broke up, and I found my girlfriend. Like, I'm stable. I don't need to be wealthy. Um, I don't need to have better shit than the next person. I just like stability. Yeah, man. Like, I've never been suicidal, but if it wasn't for my grandparents who raised me, I would have been fucking killing people long before now. I was a very outwardly violent person. Uh, and yeah, if not for grandma showing me at least one person gave a shit, yeah, I probably would have been like one of America's youngest fucking murderers. Because definitely before fucking, or by puberty, like I was having some very dark thoughts about the asshole kids around me. It's those energy drinks, bro. I'm telling you, that shit's like liquid cocaine. And I know what cocaine is like. And like if the first time I did one of those, and it was just like I snorted an ounce of, or yeah, a gram of coke, like boom. And oh my god, dude, I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know if I was coming or going. Uh, yeah, once in a while I'll get like when I was at work and I needed caffeine, like I'd start getting a headache. I would get one of the Monster coffees. Yo, Whimsy, what's up, man? Thanks for stopping by. Hold on, we'll get to the star of the show here, the good-looking one. Uh, yeah, man. Like I try not to fuck around with the energy drinks too much. I got a buddy that takes like 3 of those 5-hour energy drinks every fucking day. I'm like, dude, like your heart's just gonna fucking shit the bed on you one day, and you're not even gonna be like 45 yet. Yeah, I think he's getting thicker, Spirit. He's getting longer, slower now. Thankfully, he started to scare me, man. He went from fucking 6 inches to 8 to 10 really quick. But yeah, my brother-in-law likes those fuckers, man. The energy drinks, and I'm like, yeah, dude, you probably shouldn't fuck with them. He's epileptic, and he's on a whole bunch of different medicine. I'm like, that shit's probably even worse for you than it would be for me. But I drink two. Uh, well, I make triple shots of espresso. Well, I make a latte out of it. Either way, but I drink 2 of those, one in the morning and then one uh, between 4 and 6 usually. Yeah, man. Like I said, it's very, it's very much like cocaine in a can. Like it's fucking nitrous oxide, and then it's like you fucking put sugar in your gas tank. The bitch don't want to run. The come down always sucks. That was my only fucking fault with, uppers. The come down was so disappointing. Yeah, my cat likes to headbutt me, dude. Like he'll headbutt me and rub his face all over me and start drooling, and then he'll shake his head and splatter my fucking face with cat drool. It's like, you dirty cocksucker. Like, I thought you were cool. Why did you fucking do that? The headbutts and the rubbing your face on my chin is fine, but fucking splashing your drool in my face. Oh yeah, that guy was awesome. And he looks like my buddy Shane. It's funny as hell, man. I fucking would show him the videos. Like, dude, is this what you do on the weekends? He's like, fuck you, man. I ain't doing that shit. You won't catch me dead in that pink shit. I was like, ah, come on, man. Yeah, this guy just likes the attention. He just wants to be loved, and then he starts, like, if I'm sitting where he can't, like, just start rubbing his head, he'll like side eye me and be like, "Come on, man, put your head down here. Let me rub my fucking face against your chin." Yeah, I had a big ass dog that was a bit of a pervert. Fucking jumped on my cousin's leg while he's in the chair. I'm like, "Bro, just stand up." He's like, "Dude, he'll fucking kill me." I'm like, "What, are you gonna let him finish on your leg, you sick bastard?" You said it yourself. He's a big dog. You're gonna have a big mess on your fucking leg. So that got him to stand up. But every time that one cousin, my cousin Josh, I don't know what it was. I don't know if he had a dog, but Bud Bud was like 130 pounds too, so he could push a 180, 180 pound person and knock him off balance. So it was funny. You'd always get Josh. My one dog tries to play us all for treats. He'll go out if only say one person is downstairs. He'll want to go out. They'll let him out, back in, give him a treat. Well, as soon it could be 5 minutes later, somebody else walks into the kitchen. He'll come running into the kitchen and want to go out, and then want a fucking treat when he comes back in. It's like, no, dude, you're not getting a treat every fucking time. Like, you don't have a waste anymore as it is. You get enough treats. I mean, we got to put him on the bed. And he's too stubborn to learn how to use the stairs. I bought a set of stairs for our miniature pincher when she got too old to jump up and down. And she picked it up quick. Two fucking minutes. And she was running up and down them bitches. But Rubble, he don't like them. I think I have to build a set that is basically just two normal size stairs. And then I'll have to find some way to pad the corners so I don't fucking run my toes into that bitch. Don't back up, dude. That's the shitty side. The shelf don't go that far. I can't prop the phone up on anything over there. Oh, you getting uptight and filming you? Or are you just about to tack the air hose or the roots? Go ahead, act up. The people love that shit. Nope. You know we're watching, huh? I gotta get a camera I can just leave set up on him and just run a 24-hour fucking Oscar stream. I don't know how I would do it. I'd have to set something up, work out something with the lights so it's not too much of a glare, and maybe just set it kind of angled like that. Well, that's something different. What are we doing? Coming out of your hiding spot now, huh? Yeah. Yeah. We actually have a pretty good bakery fucking at the grocery store. We get donuts there. But yeah, I don't know how it would be more convenient to set up a long running stream and be able to actually see them. But I am debating on consolidating some fish down into the 70 gallon from the 40. My black angel fish died, so I'm probably going to put the other... Yeah, yeah. You would have to get one that's already pretty big, dude. and probably like a common pleco because it'd get big enough where you wouldn't have to worry about it. But like I have clown plecos. Is he still there? And this is full grown. That's a full grown clown pleco. He's about 2 inches long. Uh, they're really pretty. You never fucking see them. But yeah, Turtle would definitely try to bite that fucker, and he could probably bite him right in half. Very little issue. But yeah, or find somebody that's got a couple of these Raphael catfish like I got, bigger ones. They're an armored catfish, so they got little spikes on their body to deter predators, but they hide most of the time too. So, but they would help clean up any food. Yeah, those are called detritus worms. Like little bitty things, or are they like kind of like a worm? That might be planaria. Those aren't necessarily good. If you had some minnows or something in there, that would eat them. But I get detritus worms. They're little bitty specks, really. They're like a little white dash. Actually, there's one right there. It's small though, like really tiny. I get some of those. Those are no big deal. They just come from food and poop. But I would love to be able to throw some minnows or something in here. I was thinking about getting some. They're fucking like 12 cents a piece. Get $2 or $3 worth. Quarantine them in the 20-gallon for a month to make sure any sick ones die off. Yeah, they're probably just detritus worms, dude. You get rid of a lot of them. If you got sand or gravel in your tank, because you're gonna get them either way if you have sand or gravel. And turtles are messy, big eaters, so I'm sure there's some missed food. They're not necessarily bad, dude. Like I said, they're eating leftover food. Now, if they were planaria, they look like little semi-transparent worms. Those can be bad. They can start like attaching to your turtle or your fish. But if you're that concerned, you can take the gravel out, and it would lessen them. Or do more water changes, and you'll just suck them out. You know, stir everything up, drain the water out, put new water in a few times. Even if you got to do it a few times, like fill it half what you normally would, stir the fucking shit up out of the gravel, and then drain it out again. Yeah, mine stick to the glass, and they just kind of move on the glass. But if I like take the, I gotta get a bigger one of these actually, little magnet cleaner, it pushes them off, but within like 10 minutes they're right back there, so they got to be able to swim too. But I had minnows, and I put them in with my crayfish because he's a dirty bastard too, and I had them in his tank. That's the first time I saw them, and it's because of the way he ate and made a mess of the food. And I put the minnows in there, and I stopped seeing them. And he wasn't eating the minnows, so it kind of became beneficial. Now, I don't know if this guy would eat them, but I'm kind of leery of letting him swim around chasing shit to bang himself into the corner or something. But I wouldn't mind some kind of smaller fish to take care of things like that, because they will eat them. It's basically free fish food. This guy, I think I got him in like March or April last year. I'll have to look back into my videos because I was making updates for like every week. I was doing at least one update, and but yeah, it's less than a year. It's going up. It's coming up on a year though. But yeah, he was an inch and a half long when I got him. Now he could probably eat a fish as big as he was when I got him. But yeah, I wasn't gonna get one. Then I seen this fish tank on Marketplace for like $40. It's a 75 gallon. It's bare minimum for one fish. So I figured it'll buy me some time anyway. I'm looking for like something at least 5 feet long, 2 feet wide, and 2 feet deep. Then I can get him another fish, another Oscar, maybe some silver dollars or something. But this is basically like my top wish list fish, and they're not expensive. I mean, you could get some more expensive ones. He was like $15. And they're fairly common, but he's such a cool fish. They got, an awesome personality. Yeah, I don't get that. Or I'm just oblivious to the flirting, but I'm certainly happily taken. But yeah, my girlfriend kind of was on the fence. She didn't want to let me get a fish tank for a long time. And I kept asking, and then she broke down, and then she let me get the 20 gallon. There wasn't any specified, size. I just wanted something small, have a couple of little fish in there. So I got it set up, got it ready for fish. It got cycled, everything was good. And the first night we had fish in there, she started asking about, well, your birthday's coming up. If you could get a bigger fish tank, what size would you get? And I'm like, well, our house is kind of small. We don't have like insane amount of room. I said my ideal would be like a 150 so I could have a couple Oscars. Or I wanted to get at least a 90 for one, but I found the 75. I built a sump that holds about 4 gallons of water. Yeah, the 20 became a 40, so I took the fish and the landscape out of there, and I put it into the 40 gallon. Got a couple of more fish, and made this little the neon school a little bigger. A couple more corridors. Coolie loaches, because they're really cool little eel looking fuckers, but I never see them either. I got 9 of them in the 40 gallon and only see them when I clean it out. Then I met my nephew at the Petco, and he was there getting some fish because he had lost one because it got stuck in a decoration. And he got a different tank, and he's like, oh, I got this tank, it's for $100, it's a corner tank. He thought it was 90 gallons, but I filled it up with 5-gallon buckets, and it's 70 gallons, which is better for me. Just a little bit less weight on the floor. But yeah, I had to reseal it after 2 years, but and then I built a stand into the wall. I got to do a video on that one because I got to do a lot of cleaning on it. But yeah, so it went from 20 to the 40 to the... And then I got a crayfish, a snow white crayfish for the 20, and then I put like $2 worth of 10-cent minnows in there. I had angelfish and a couple plecos, bristlenose plecos in the 70. corridors and neon tetras and some zebra danios and shit. But I'm thinking about consolidating the. I got a blue gourami up here. I got another one down in the 70, but I'm thinking of taking the one out of the 40 and adding them in with the 70. I can't put the clown plecos in the 70 with the bristlenose because they'll fight, and the bristlenose are twice as big, so the clown plecos will fucking lose, and I think those were more expensive. So I'll leave them guys and the coolie loaches up here, the two dwarf frogs, but I'm thinking about moving the cories and the neons with the gourami downstairs. Yeah, holy shit. There's a ton of good videos showing how to reseal them, man. I mean, you don't have to tear it completely apart. And it's not hard. I've done 3 now. And the first one I did was that corner stand. It's got a bow front, so the front 2 corners are really sharp and fucking weird. It was a pain in the ass to clean it out. But this one, the rectangle, this was really easy to clean and get ready. The tubes of silicone were like $10 a pop. I made sure to get aquarium specific from I think Amazon. But it's not hard, man. It really isn't hard. You just got to make sure you clean it good and get most of this, all of the shit that, all the old silicone off the inside, and then just put a bead. I mean, you could tape it. They show you to tape it, and you get a nice. I didn't do none of that. I do tile work for a living. I can run a bead of fucking caulk. So I didn't do that. The one downstairs is a little bit sloppy because it's, like I said, the corners were a little bit sharp, and but yeah, I cleaned it, scraped it, cleaned it with acetone to get any little residue of the old silicone off. You could use 90% isopropyl alcohol, but the acetone worked a lot better. And then just ran the bead. It's not bad. Let it sit for 2 days, 3 days. Then I filled it up with water and let it sit for a few more days just to make sure it held. Then I drained it, put the fish and the sand and all that shit back in there. I did lose a bunch of plants, lost a couple of fish. I had to keep them in, I have an 80-gallon food grade plastic tub. I made into like a little pond and just stuck them in there, siphoned the fish tank water out, used the same filter, so everything was cycled. But I did lose some plants, which sucked because it was really nice and full of fucking Vallisneria. So it was like long grass, so I could trim it. So I had the front nice and low, about 2 inches, and then in the back it like went up to like 6, and then I let it grow the whole length of the top, or in the back, right up to the water level. I would have to trim around the other plants in there, but it looked really fucking nice. It was always full. My corridors bred, and one baby actually made it into adulthood because it was so thick with vegetation and places for the little fucker to hide. So I would like to do that again, but I gotta take some of the house plants off the top. The bottom isn't getting much light in that tank downstairs. The house plants are getting a lot. They're going crazy. But I use a lot of that too to help with filtration. The house plants take a lot of ammonia and nitrates and nitrites out of the water. I try to keep a lot in the tanks I got running. But it does help for sure. Oh, yeah, man. Um, Downstairs is crazy with pothos. um, yeah, yeah. The tank is like 30 inches deep, and the roots go from the surface of the water down into the sand in a lot of places, so I definitely got to thin it out. You can barely see the water because it's so thick across the top of the tank. But I got a shitload here too. I got some up in the filter back there. Actually, most of them are in the filter. This one's coming out and starting to put a vine there. And this one right here, that guy's just sitting in there. That's his roots dangling over there. And that big fucking root there is from this guy, which I've trimmed like 3 times. But that thing went around the tank like 4 times. That's a Raphidophora. I didn't know it would do so good in the water, dude. Holy fuck. Another one that did really good in the water is the Alocasia stingray. They call it that because it looks like one. But this thing was struggling, and it wilted and died back. So I put the bulb in the water. I made a pot that would sit in the water, and holy shit, that one really liked it. But most of them really like it. There's some I haven't tried. A couple did okay for a while, then they didn't like it. But yeah, it's a really good way to propagate too. You don't have to have a bunch of little jars. You could just stick them in the fucking fish tank for a little bit. Let them grow roots. Put them in dirt. But I would like to be able to make like a pond, but I don't want to fucking have to reinforce my floors. Yeah, that's how I ended up with 3 snakes. Fathom. I had one I didn't want. My brother got it from his wife's brother. When he went to jail, they took it to keep it alive for him, but then my brother went to jail, and his wife did not want to even put her hand in there to take the water bowl out and give it water. So if it would go until the water bowl was dry, and then she would dump it in from the top, and then she would take a frozen mouse and just throw it in there. She wouldn't thaw it out, wouldn't use tongs to try to make it look alive to entice the snake. Like, the thing was so skinny and dehydrated. They had it for like 6 months. He kept trying to sell it to me, and after about 6 months, it went from $100 to $30, and it was my birthday, so I got it. And it took me a month and a half, I think, to get all the old shed skin off of this poor bastard, and to get it healthy looking and hydrated. And I had to give it bigger food. They were giving it little baby mice, so I moved it right up to the biggest mouse you can buy, and then I switched it to baby rats, and then now it eats medium-sized rats. But yeah, then a buddy of mine found out I had one and called me up. He's like, dude, can you come get this thing? Like, my neighbor left it. What? Yeah, my neighbor left it. There's no heat on it, no nothing. It's just sitting in a tank. It's been that way for like a month. A motherfucker. And then my other friend, oh, this guy's getting rid of one. So I had 4. I rehomed one. And then I just like, fuck it, I'll keep these, the one I had and the other 2 that I rescued. But yeah, people are just shitty. But yeah, rescued dogs. Our cat was dropped off on our street because our neighbor used to feed the stray cats, and this orange tabby cat showed up one day, and he was the only one in the bunch that would come up on the porch and hang out and let you pet him and shit. And I was smoking on the porch on Christmas Eve, and he came up to hang out. So I'm sitting there on the chair, burning, petting him. I get up to come back in the house, and I didn't know it, but he followed me in the house. Yeah, research is the biggest thing, dude. Like, when I got my first lizard, I got an iguana, which most people will tell you is stupid to get that for your first lizard. But I was researching those motherfuckers for like 2 years. And this is before the internet. So I was going to the library and I was finding fucking books written by people that, have them and know enough to actually write books. But yeah, I did a lot of research, and I think that alone impressed my parents enough. But I had to be able to buy it with my own money and pay for it with my own money and pitch in on the electric bill with my own money. So I had to be working before they would say yes. But that was literally my first, like, big purchase when I got a fucking full-time job was the tank and the lizard and the shit I needed for them. Yes. Okay. Oh. But that's the same with most of the fish I got. Like, you don't want to buy a bunch of fish and put them in a tank and have no idea if one's going to eat the other, one's going to stay small, You got to look into that shit. I had a friend who had like $200 worth of fucking like fancy guppies and angelfish and shit in his tank, and he saw a Jack Dempsey cichlid and didn't know what the fuck a Jack Dempsey was. He just knew that thing is fucking beautiful. Yes. Yep. Beautiful little fucking serial killer, because he got about 4 inches long and started eating the fucking other fish, and then he got about 6 inches long and finished eating the rest of the fish. So he had a nice big Jack Dempsey. But yeah, that got him right out of fish. He's like, dude, you don't even know how much money I spent on all those fish. I'm like, I got a good fucking idea. Like, I go to the pet store for, snake and lizard food. I got a pretty good idea. Like, holy shit, man. And not just that, just the equipment isn't cheap. But he had over $200 worth of fish, just fish, and that fucker ate them. He said it broke my heart because I was kind of fascinated by watching him do it, because he was such a fucking relentless prick. But he's like, how do you stop? I'm like, well, unless you got another fish tank, you really can't do shit, But yeah, before I got the Raphael catfish to go in here to try to help clean up behind the Oscar, I made sure I could put them together, that they would get big enough, fast enough to remain too big for him to eat. And I got them around the same time, and they grew just big enough, and plus they're spiky too, so he don't want to fuck around. Yeah, you know how I got some Anubias, bro, and I tied them to fake plant weights, the shit that you buy at the store. I threw the plants away, and I used the weights, and I just zip tied the Anubias to those, and he moves them around. That's about the only way. And like I said, plants, like, he'll grab all this shit you see hanging in here and try to rip it down to the bottom. I had this planter that's up in there across the tank, and I moved it into the filter because he pulled the whole fucking thing into the bottom of the tank. I woke up one morning and the planter's sitting on the bottom of the fucking fish tank. I'm like, son of a bitch. But yeah, some cichlids you can get away with that. Like the dwarf cichlids, you know what I mean? South America, like the ram cichlids. I had a couple ram cichlids. They were pretty cool. They love the planted tank. But when you get the bigger ones, and especially African cichlids, those guys live in like fucking volcanic lakes. There ain't any fucking plants, and anything that is green is going to be eaten. You know. But yeah, they don't understand where your fish comes from and wonder why you can't keep things in there with it. Or somebody will want to get a fucking peacock cichlid for their community tank. Same kind of thing. Beautiful planted aquascape tank with a nice peaceful community of fish in there. And then you throw like you throw you throw a serial killer in that looks like Barbie but acts like fucking Freddy Krueger. Like, you dumb motherfucker. I seen people get mad when the pet store people tell them, yeah, what do you got at home? And they tell them, and they're like, well, that thing's going to eat everything in your tank, and then you're going to have to buy a bigger tank because it gets 2 feet long, you know? Like, fucking idiot. Like, I try to know what I'm looking for before I go to the store. God damn. Yeah. Yeah, dude, same thing. I was watching a thing on shit like that in the 60s when, or whenever the animated movie, the 101 Dalmatians came out. Everybody wanted a Dalmatian. And then when the live action one came out in the 90s, same thing. Everyone wanted a Dalmatian. And those dogs got a lot of neurological issues because of the way people started breeding them the first time. Uh, but yeah, and I watched a few fish tank people. Some of those fish in the tank with Nemo at the dentist office would not do well with the other fish, namely that big fucking puffer fish, the sea star, and there was another one. They would literally obliterate everything else in the tank. But yeah, people like, how do you not though? Like, they're adorable little fuckers. Yeah, Finding Dory was okay. I don't know. I don't know, man. They did good with the Toy Story movies. You know, they each one was relatively as good as the one before it. I heard they're making a 5th one of those, or a 4th one, whatever the fuck is next in line. But yeah, people get shit as trends. I heard recently, I think it was Zootopia 2, they had a Komodo Island fucking pit viper, and all these kids are like, ooh, I want one, and you can get them, but it's a fucking pit viper, dude. You're gonna really get your 8-year-old kid a motherfucking venomous snake, but people are like looking to buy them, like, oh my fuck. Idiots. I don't know if I saw that movie, Fathom. I've seen a bunch of parody shit people have done, uh, both with just doing the editing and voiceovers themselves, or using AI. But yeah, there's so much shit because of the different forms of media, the cartoons, graphic novels, fucking movies. There's so much shit that just being a casual fan of that, you are kind of out of the loop. Star Wars is like fucking nuts. Ah, dude, honestly, recently I felt like such a piece of shit because I had a hermit crab when I was a kid, and you really kind of need a brackish water setup at the very least so they can kind of move in and out of the water. Yeah, just keeping them in a fucking terrarium is kind of torture on the poor motherfuckers. But I see people with saltwater tanks that have them in their saltwater tanks, and they're fucking, they get massive in there. And they seem a lot happier than living in a, a slightly damp at best fish tank. Oh, okay, shit. I've seen that on Netflix. I didn't watch it, but yeah. Now that you say that, yeah, poor fucking hermit crabs, Whimsy. Fuck's sake, man. And then they're making like clear plastic or clear glass shells. Like you go into a shell normally and it gets dark, and, and now you're in a glass one and you never get to go into the dark. You're at the whims of the weird hairless monkey that's keeping you in a glass box. Yeah, yeah. David Cross is pretty fucking funny. I grew up with Richard Pryor and George Carlin and Red Fox and Sam Kinison. Uh, fucking Bill Hicks and Mitch Hedberg. I'll have to look for that. I find myself going back to the shit I grew up with when I find uh, shit like that. Eddie Murphy and Richard Pryor and George. Yeah, he was funny as fuck, man. I loved Richard Pryor's stand up. I used to swipe the fucking cassette tapes from my mom's collection. Red Fox, too, his stand up was fucking so far removed from Fred Sanford. Yeah, I try. Uh, Somebody in a group on Facebook mentioned he has a golf ball that he put in, and his Oscar loves playing with the golf ball. So I was gonna look for some golf balls next time I'm out and see if he'll play with that. He didn't like the ping pong ball, but the golf ball should sink to the bottom. Maybe he'll push it around. And Wingstar's been reminding me that there's a Jason Voorhees. Oh no, Don, we gotta definitely start talking more. But there's a Jason Voorhees aquarium fucking decoration that's attached with a chain and it floats. So maybe if I anchor the base, he won't be able to move it around too far, just beat it up like a punching bag. But I'm definitely gonna look into getting one of those. Because he does get to be a fucking asshole. Not much, man. Someone last night kind of was like, "Mike, you haven't gone live in a while. We haven't seen Pigpen." So I'm like, "All right." Yeah, Dennis Leary was good too. I still occasionally play "I'm an Asshole" song. That "I'm an Asshole" song. Yeah, that he was just yeah. Yeah, everybody does, Don. Everybody's like, "Hey, Mike, how's Pigpen?" Not, "Hey, Mike, how you doing? How's the fish?" It's like, "Hey, dude, how's the fish?" Oh, just dropped the load. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I'm gonna have to fucking vacuum for sure tomorrow. Yeah, yeah, she didn't show up yet. Well, that's like fucking Blue was like, "Oh, Mike, you should go live and just point at the fish tank and shoot the shit with everybody." So that's why I do it like this. And she came like twice or three times maybe. Yeah, yeah, definitely. Or he's trying to shit on the catfish's head, but he ain't coming out from under the rock, but definitely fertilizing the plants. He's literally the most maintenance fish tank that I have out of the three that I have fishing. The other ones are mainly just keeping the filters clean and the water level topped up. Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like an injury that might hang around a few days. I can't believe you felt comfortable enough just to throw that out there. Like, "Oh, hey, what'd you guys do today?" "Oh, not much, man. What'd you do?" I had 7 skin tags burned off my ass crack." Huh? Say what now? And then he said that he just had the doctor do it when he went in for a checkup. Imagine that motherfucker's like, "Dude, you're here for a checkup and you want me to what?" You motherfucker. Jesus Christ, the mental image that shit conjures up. Oh, man. Good old Jasper, man. You gotta love him. And then when you were giving him advice on how to wipe his ass, against doctor's orders. I was almost dying, bro. I couldn't even catch my fucking breath. Like, this is how I would do it. Holy fuck. And then, like, Jasper, don't get up off the toilet and then just go back to bed without jumping in the shower and power washing your crack. Oh, God, dude. I was fucking dying. Jesus Christ. You couldn't make that up. Oh, fuck. Yeah. Jesus Christ, dude. Oh, man. Like, it's like when the heckler at a comedy show, all they do is get the comedian's attention and then keep reloading the gun for them. Like, dude, the guy fucking stand up in front of people and talk shit for a living. You think you got it? You could do better? Dude, Don, I swear to God, bro. I was choking. But yeah, oh my fuck. And it was straight the fuck out of left field. Like, here you go. You guys want to hear something? Yeah, it's great. And then, oh god, man. Especially with a good comedian, it's gold. It's pure fucking gold. Yeah, I had to read it a couple of times. I'm like, what? Oh shit, man. Like, you had the whole family wiped out, Jasper? Now I'm curious if they charged him by the skin tag or gave him a flat rate or what. Everybody's going to ask him how his ass is now. And those in the know are going to laugh, and those that aren't are going to be like, wait a minute. I forget what I ate, but I was stuck on the fucking shitter, and we didn't have any toilet paper in there. Yeah, that sounds like something that would happen to Jasper, but I had to put a fucking... No one was answering when I tried calling or texting, and there were 3 people in the house downstairs, so I put a post on Facebook. If anyone at my house would be so kind as to bring me a roll of fucking toilet paper, I'd really appreciate it. Yeah, I couldn't imagine the thoughts that go through any medical professional when Jasper's coming into the office like, oh, fuck. Yeah, the fact that you had to make sure to tell him, like, yeah. You'll get a rash, Jasper. Holy fuck. Yeah, yeah. Fast food fucks me up, man. I try not to eat it. I don't know if it's the grease and me getting old or what, but yeah, rash burn. You didn't hose off, did you, Jasper? Fucker. Oh, man. Yeah, probably both, BB. But it definitely fucks me up. And it sucks because it's good. Yeah, yeah. It's when you start to feel your age that it sucks. Like, I try, you might fucking throw your back out if you laugh too hard. Like, you gotta be careful doing everything. Yeah, every time Allison reminds me that I'm getting old, I'm like, yep, one more day to finally getting somebody to wipe my ass for me. Yeah, dude, every time I've thrown my back out, it's never been doing stupid grunt work. Like carrying the fucking uh the radiator part of a big ass boiler down into the basement uh with like six other dudes, this 600-pound fucking thing, down a twisted set of stairs. Didn't hurt my back. Picking up fucking concrete and shingles and other bullshit never hurt my back. I fucking trimmed out a crank out window and I was testing to make sure the hardware cleared, so I'm cranking them out, cranking it back, and halfway back, my back just knotted up. Just from being bent over at a weird angle and having my arms stretched out. 2 hours left in the workday. 3 more windows to fucking trim out. I muscled through, but I stayed home for 4 days after that because I couldn't stand up straight. Yeah, the cream, or I could use Vaseline. Wonder if he checked his oil, slipped the thumb in while he was burning off the fucking tags. Mm-hmm. I honestly don't know how a doctor could keep a straight face sometimes. I would be terrible at that shit. Yeah, you had to be there, Carly. Jasper was just spewing interesting information the whole time. Just throwing it out there like shit against the wall, man. I was like, okay. It was a situation that was thrust upon us. Oh shit, man. Never a dull moment with Jasper though. Fuck's sake. He's gonna be explaining that shit in chats for days. Oh, there you go, you prick. Try to get him fucking up the roots. He was just tearing shit up. Yeah, I move now. He's like, fuck you. Well, maybe not. Well, you're being a dick, huh? Yep. Yeah. I was getting dressed and I reached down to grab the pair of socks off the bed and couldn't stand back up. Just stupid shit. Oh, you getting angry at the phone? Oh yeah, you are, huh? You're like, look at this, fuckers. You getting uptight, dude? What's the damage, bro? I know you're not hungry. Well, he likes to fuck with the plant leaves. I don't know about springs. You probably wouldn't mind some spring water. Yeah, and of course you're not attacking plant roots when I'm watching. Yeah, yeah. He is a dick at times. He's like, fuck you, I'm not your trained monkey, bitch. I'll do what I want when I want, not when you want me to do it. Just feed me. Oh, you coming back? No. Yeah, he's like, you forget who the boss is here, motherfucker? You're just the idiot that throws the food in and cleans my shit. He's like, I know the people are here to see me. You're nothing without me. Yeah, sometimes he's not so angry and he's even cuter, but yeah, you gotta roll with whatever the fuck his mood is. Yeah, yeah. Like, you rode me the wrong way now, mister. I'm gonna fuck you up. I seen a kid with Down syndrome physically lift 160-pound kid and throw him about 6 feet. The fucking dipshit was talking shit to him. He got off a bus that had a Special Olympic banner on it, and the kid was built like a fucking bull. Like, his arms were as thick as my fucking legs, you know? And I'm talking to the guy that was watching him, and he's like, oh yeah, he's a weightlifter. He power lifts. He could like deadlift like 400 pounds. I'm like, damn, that's badass. And this kid's calling him all kinds of shit. And he's like, leave me alone. Leave me alone. He didn't. So he just grabbed him by the fucking collar and his fucking belt and picked him up over his head and just threw him down on the ground. Like, he didn't grunt or nothing. Like, I was like, damn, bro, that was badass. Well, yeah, dude. Like, I wouldn't want to have to fight one of them guys. I know a few people with Down syndrome, and they're the nicest fucking people I've ever met. Funny, kind-hearted, and strong as a motherfucker. But that was one of the best things I ever saw when I was in high school. It was at the mall, bro. We were going in to watch a movie, and this kid just decided he wanted to stop and talk shit to a guy that was the same height as him, but 3 times his fucking body weight. Oh, my former sister-in-law did, and one of the kids punched her right in the fucking eye, man. It looked like she fucking lipped off to George Foreman. Little, like, 9-year-old girl just stood up and fucking clocked her. I was like, what'd you do? She's like, I couldn't do nothing. I'm like, are you kidding me? I'm like, I would find a bigger kid on that bus and pay him $20 to go fuck that kid up. What are you talking about? I wouldn't hit him, but that kid can hit him. But yeah, I'm like, dude, see, that's, you gotta have respect for people that can do jobs like that. I would be good for a while, but yeah, I don't know about getting hit in the face. Like, it might just accidentally get backhanded. We were tiling a house. We redid the bathroom for this older couple, and they adopted a kid with Down syndrome. And Danny, a real big sports fan, real big baseball fan. And you know how they smack your ass when you walk in or out of the dugout? You know, the manager will smack you on the ass, or your teammate. You know, good job, guys. Good job. Every time we go in and out of the bathroom for something, I got a wallet and a fucking pair of gloves or something anyway, always in my pocket. So he's smacking the gloves or smacking my wallet. No big deal. Kid at work, fucking Jeremy, he's a little punk fuck. Very homophobic. He's like, dude, is he gay? You think he's gay? Could somebody like him be gay? I'm like, I suppose they probably could, but I'm like, why? What's the matter? He's like, keep smacking my ass. I'm like, dude, he every time we come here, he's watching old baseball, fucking like old World Series, all Yankees shit. You know what I mean? He's watching classic games. He's fucking keeping up on what's going on now. He's a baseball fan, bro. Like, stop being weirded out. Like, he's not hurting nobody. Well, he's like, well, I think he's gay, man. I'm like, well, what are you gonna fucking do if he wants to do something to you, bud? Like, he'll throw you right on the floor and ride you like a fucking donkey if that's what he feels like doing. Like, you don't weigh shit to him. I'm like, he'll have his way with you. Yeah, I could imagine, man. I would want a cage, like, wrap a fucking cage around the driver's seat. Oh, I might black out for a second. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, it'd be a lot fucking... I'd feel a lot safer. Hello, beautiful. I just texted you back. Look at that asshole. Yeah, he was just being a dick to the plants, but he wouldn't do it on camera. Yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, you missed it, baby. Jasper was telling us at Don's that he had 7 skin tags removed from the crack of his ass today. Well, I tell people that, Don, when people start asking, oh, well, what nationality are you? Like, if you can't fucking tell that I'm 99% African, then I don't know what the fuck to say to you. You know? That 1% makes me look like I do. I got fucked. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, he told everyone that, baby. And then he said that he just went in for a checkup and he asked the doctor to do it while he was in there. Can you fucking imagine? Like what the doctor was thinking? Like, hey Jasper, good to see you, man. Yeah, I just here for a checkup today. Oh yeah, doc, but hey, while I'm in here, do you think you could fucking cut a few skin tags off my ass crack? There he goes. See that shit? Tearing up the fucking plants. Or the roots. Actually, that thing right there on the rock is one that he ripped off at some point. But yeah, he said he would have to wash his ass in the shower after he took his shit because, because it's sore. And Don gave him a fucking step-by-step tutorial on how he would do it. Told him to make sure he don't get up at night and take a shit and not get in the shower and wash it off before he goes back to bed. I couldn't fucking breathe for like 20 minutes. But yeah, and he just threw it out there all on his own. No one. I said something about the song Don was playing. And I said Jasper should use it for his next dance video. And he's like, oh, I won't be dancing. I'm in too much pain. No one asked why before anyone even could. He just threw it out there. He had 7 skin tags taken off his ass. Yeah. Yeah, don't go immediately back to bed. Oh my god, dude. Oh shit. Yeah, yeah, he has to pressure wash it in the shower. Oh fuck, man. Should have told him to take laxative so at least it's loose and wash off easy into the water. Oh my fuck, man. I don't know. I don't know, Brooklyn. Yeah, I can't wait. Hurry up. Yeah, fuck's sake. Yeah, she's running around that fucking hospital all day long. I told her they ought to get him like segways or fucking something, hoverboards. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, walking, sitting down. Like, how's he sitting down? He got like a hemorrhoid donut off center, or goddamn. But yeah, it blew everyone's mind. He just offered up that information out of the blue like that. No one was expecting that for sure. Skin tags. Talk to Jasper. He knows a good doctor. Yeah, he does that sometimes. It's I wish a motherfucker would look kind of. Yeah, he don't swim in his own shit for long though. I do gotta find some way to make more flow so more of it gets pushed to the filter, but what, where he goes up into the filter? Yeah, he's getting bigger. He's just not getting as big as fast. Like he hit that point where he kind of evens out. Yep. But he's definitely getting bigger. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely knows. But I don't know. I was thinking if I could set something up at some point to just film the tank and catch his fucking shenanigans without so much glare. I don't know how I would do it though. But yeah, he does some asinine shit sometimes. Yeah. If I fucking end up getting, well, eventually I'm gonna, but when I get him a tank mate, if it ends up being the opposite sex and I get babies, I'm gonna have to fucking scramble to find people that want them. Because they're exceptionally good parents for fish. Yeah, and Oscars are uh, a fucking eaten fish. Lots of people eat them. I mean, he's a decent fish sandwich right now. So, in nature, they get like 18 inches. I think 16 is a pretty good max for a fish tank, from what I've gathered, anyway. But yeah, you can eat them. I mean, tilapia is a fucking cichlid. There's actually quite a few fish at the fish market that you can find in people's fish tanks too. If you know what the market name is compared to the pet trade name. Yeah, if I ever had to, I mean, it would suck, but it's not much. Oh shit! Excuse me. It's not much different than raising pigs or cattle. You know, like when I had my iguana, I had a 6 foot fucking iguana, and my buddy from Mexico is like, you know, my girlfriend is from Panama. Her and her sons would eat him. I would beat them the fuck up. But if it was like the apocalypse, and I had to choose between eating my dog or my lizard, I fucking love you, lizard, but you know, I'm gonna have to eat you first. You and the snakes. But yeah, you know, if I had to, shit. Well, no, not in America, but I've had a fish called swai, swai. My mother has gotten it, and it's just a white fish. It's good. I can't remember what kind of fish it is, but it's like it's some kind of knife fish or an iridescent shark, but it's a fish tank fish. And yeah, it's just called something else in the food trade. Tilapia is called tilapia in both, but they have a freshwater flounder that's a really cool fish, but they're hard to find. I would love to have one. Yeah, it is good. It's a very tasty fish. Like, I love fish. Yeah, flounder is really good. Halibut is good. Um, Cod is always one of my favorite. But yeah, I really haven't had any fish that I didn't like. Yeah, you better straighten your shit the fuck out, fish. I got a whole fucking bottle of tartar sauce and a new bag of rolls. Yeah, I love trout too. My kid likes trout, which surprised me. But yeah, trout is delicious. Salmon. Yeah, trout on the fucking grill. Oh my god. My buddy Sean does it in foil, so it's, you know, like doing it in the oven, but he does it on the grill or the campfire. But lemon and garlic and butter in there. Holy fuck. Yeah, Don, like I said, I haven't tried any fish that I didn't like so far. Usually, if I find a new place to eat out, and they make fish and chips, that's the dish I judge them by. If you make shitty fish and chips, I'm probably not coming back. Yeah, goddamn, dude, it's so good. Maybe some kind of green shit, oregano or some kind of season or herb, but oh my fuck. Them old redneck boys do know how to cook, I gotta say that. But there's a place that they have they do fish and chips, and I had the fish and chips the first time I was there, but then I really read the menu the second time, and I found they did like a fisherman's platter, they call it. So you get the fish and chips, the same order that you would get, and it's like $5 more, but you get like 4 fried scallops, some like coconut shrimp, a bunch of shit. There's like six different things other than the fish and chips, and I was like, yep. So I get that every time. Yeah, yep. Yeah, man. Fried catfish is awesome. Perch. My buddy Art used to do a lot of ice fishing. He would bring like 20 pounds, 30 pounds of perch down, butterflied, and we just batter them and fucking fry them up and have a good old time eating perch and drinking. The only thing old boy Art liked doing more than ice fishing was sharing his catch and getting drunk, so it worked out good for everybody. Yeah, yeah. God damn. I forget. I think it was Vandecamps or something. I was buying the beer battered fish fillets for making fish sandwiches at home, and for I don't know like 2 or 3 months I was eating at least one fish sandwich every fucking day. I don't know. It was easy. Just throw them in the fucking air fryer. Throw them on a fucking bun with some tartar sauce and you're good to go. Yeah, it does sound good, Fathom. Ooh, fucking clumsy bastard. Almost just fell over my own foot. Yeah, and it's a real fish fillet and beer battered, which is the fucking best. Yeah, vinegar, a little bit of vinegar. Yeah, man. God damn. I might have to get some fish fillets next time we go shopping. Shit, I got mussels, or not mussels, fucking scallops, to see if Pigpen would eat them. He didn't like them, so I got to eat the scallops. He stopped eating shrimp. He didn't. He used to eat tilapia like crazy too. Now he don't like fish or the shrimp. I'm gonna try shellfish next. Some mussels or clams, but I try to vary it up. I'm gonna try different bugs too. Now that he's got a big enough mouth for like a dubia roach. Oof. Yes. Okay, dog. But he does like different bugs because I've tried the soldier fly larva, crickets, mealworms. Man. Yeah, I think we gotta get some fish now. Not you, don't worry, Pigpen. Not you. Only if society crumbles, buddy. Oh, fuck, I should have been pointing it at him. I could have showed you how big his mouth actually is when he opens it up. But he could definitely suck down a big fucking dubia roach. Really, dude? You don't want a shrimp? Or do you? You gonna get it? Yeah, I don't know. I've never tried one. Ah, you want pellets? Picky motherfucker. Yeah, I've tried that, but I think it was CBD or something, but I tried that on a whim. The flavor sounded like it was good, and it wasn't. So I drank as much as I could so as not to waste my fucking $4, I think it was. But, yeah. I don't think I finished that. Yeah, I mean, it does that, I guess. But, yeah, I'm kind of basic, you know, like I like coffee flavored coffee and water flavored water. Not a big flavored coffee drinker. Or like, you know, flavored water or sparkling water. Like, fuck out of here. Just give me plain flat water. Oh yeah, I better disable that motherfucker. Alright. Yeah, just regular old water. I don't know what it is with the bubbles. It just, I don't like it. Oh, shit. Well, here you can look at him too. Ah, fuck. There he is, in all his glory and splendor. Yep. That's funny. My buddy goes into the fucking hardware store. He's like, "Come on, man, time for some tool porn." What? Like, come on, we gotta go see what's new. Like, all right, we're here for lumber and fucking screws, but I guess we can make fucking a couple passes around the tool section. Fucking used that term with my kid one day when I went to get the lumber to build the fish tank stand that Pigpen's sitting on. Uh, I'm like, oh, hey, come on, before we go down to look at 2x4s, we look at some tool porn. He's like, what? What the fuck are you talking about that? I'm like, oh. And he knows Vinny, so I explained it. He's like, oh, okay. But, yeah. Yeah. Well, he was 15, so I figured he had a little bit of, knowledge of the world at that point. Yeah, it's not that bad. It's not as bad. When he was 8, watching some anime, and he asked me, Dad, what's a pervert? Because one character called another one a pervert. I'm like, oh, all right. Let me think for a second. And then when I told him, he's like, oh, that makes sense. That guy is a pervert. I'm like, yeah, okay. What the fuck is the anime you're watching at 8 years old? The one character, I guess, was always trying to look like down the other character's shirt, the female character's shirt or upper skirt, or trying to get her alone or something. But I'm like, God damn it, dude. What are you watching? I was watching Bugs Bunny and shit when I was 8. Fucking He-Man, Transformers, G.I. Joe. Son of a bitch. There we go. That's better. Ugh. Yeah. What, you think I made a drastic change? You gotta come investigate, dude? There's an old man in town here. I see him occasionally at Walmart, and it's literally just an old man with a boob job and women's shoes and a dress. Yeah, Popeye was a favorite too. I like all the old cartoons, man. Then there's another older guy. He don't even have the boob job. He just wears the dress and shoes. They always seem to be old, fucking weird looking dudes. At least in this town. But yeah, I liked watching like Woody Woodpecker and Huckleberry Hound too. Like all the old good cartoons. Yeah, a lot of cartoons now are just really fucking weird. Yeah, Garfield was. Yeah. But yeah, that's the old shit is all, mostly like that's the only shit worth watching. They redid everything now too, like fucking DuckTales from the late 80s, early 90s. That's like a whole weird, fucking weirdly animated thing now. Like they got to change everything up, redo it, make it new and slightly different. It's like come up with a fucking original idea for Christ's sakes. Yeah, the Jetsons, man, they fucking lied to all of us. Where the fuck's the moving sidewalks? I want Rosie. I saw a funny video. Somebody was thinking the Jetsons and the Flintstones are in the same universe, and the Jetsons are all up in the air, and below them is always like this cloud. And somebody's like, well, the Jetsons aren't really in the future; they're in the present, and so is the Flintstones. They're not in the past; they're in the present. But people fucked up the planet, built their houses up above all the pollution that they left there, and then left whoever couldn't afford it, down on the ground. I'm like, dude, that's a pretty deep fucking thought some stoned motherfucker had while he was watching cartoons. Yeah, that's where he got the idea from in the first place, was that the Flintstones meet the Jetsons. But the dude was sitting there stoned as fuck in his underwear in his mother's fucking basement watching cartoons. And it was like, oh my god. I can't believe nobody fucking noticed this before. Yeah, I think it's called either the Flintstones meet the Jetsons or the Jetsons meet the Flintstones, something like that. The video, I'm not sure. I just caught it. It was like a short or something while I was doom scrolling. Yeah, the movie's real, but I mean, it kind of makes sense because he says and I gotta watch the movie again just to visualize what he was talking about. But he says they don't like fly off into space; they fly like down through the cloud and meet the Jetsons. I was like, I remember watching that, but I don't remember all the fucking specifics. So yeah, I gotta find it too, BB. We're still watching, dude. We're still watching. Fucking. But yeah, it was hard for me when my kid was growing up and discovering new cartoons. Dad, watch this. Holy fuck! Are you serious? Ah, I like both of those shows. But Charlie Bunker reminded me of my grandpa. Yeah, again, I love both of those fucking shows. Yeah, God, it's hard to pick a favorite. I could say that I've watched all of the Adams Family, other than the fucking Wednesday thing on Netflix, but all the Adams Family movies after they made the show, I've watched all of them. I can't watch the Rob Zombie's remake of The Munsters. I started watching it and I was like, ah, Jesus Christ, I can't. I just can't. Yeah, I remember hearing. I can't remember her name now. Jean Shackleton, I think, or Stapleton, the actress that played Edith. When I heard her speak in her normal voice, I was blown away because I assumed that she sounded just like Edith. Nope. Yeah, Jean Stapleton, I think her name was. Yeah, that was nuts, man. That was nuts. All the good fucking movies I grew up watching that he made. Not even, him on All in the Family, but he made a lot of fucking movies I grew up with. Stand By Me, I watch, fuck, at least once a year. But yeah, that was like, holy fuck. Well, they call it fucking Holly weird for a reason, man. And it's crazy. A lot of them famous people's kids end up with, yeah, Gene Stapleton, yep. With like drug problems and, you know, mental health issues, and it's like, fuck, man. You gotta question fucking. Well, you really can't, man. I was raised right, and I still did bad shit, so I wasn't killing my parents, but yeah, now his whole fucking life is fucked, one way or the other. Whether he gets prison or some mental institution, he'll probably never be a free man again. And then, like, if he was in the will, does killing the parents negate what he would get? Yeah, definitely not, BB. Definitely not. And then, if you don't take care, like, you gotta take care of one, both of them, but if you don't take care of one and keep fucking with the other two, it's just, yeah, it's a downward spiral, man. But yeah, I got sober and then worked on the way I looked at life, and shit worked out for me. But you got to definitely take care of both of them if you have an issue with them at the same time, especially. But either way, even if it's one or the other, if you got a drug problem, you got mental health problems too. But yeah, his parents, like, fuck. His siblings, or sister, I think he's got a sister anyway. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, and I think the daughter found them. I can't remember though, but yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, you got to be able to look at yourself and see what the fuck the problem is, and then work out how the fuck to fix it. Most people don't want to do the self-reflection. That's hard. And then it's about doing the work to get the outcome that you want. But that's not easy either. Yeah. Yep. Everybody's got to find a point where they got to stop and put a little thought into shit. I mean, that's the way I looked at shit between the age of 20 and 30. And then I fucking nearly, well, I did speedball myself and had a terrible time. I didn't die, and I said in the middle of that terrible time that if I don't die, I'm not gonna ever have a fucking time like this again. And then just went from there. But yeah, I felt my heart rate start going really, really low. And then it would speed up, ramp up to really, really fast. And then it would slow down really, really slow. So from 1 minute to the next, it was like my heart was like working like I was running uphill. and then it was like I was like holding my breath for a long time. It just was weird, and I'm sweating, but I'm freezing my ass off, and I can hear my heartbeat in my ears. I'm like, yeah, this ain't good. I don't need any of this shit anymore. And then I had to get uh, get dried out from the booze too. Yeah, I was shit, 10 years, a little more, maybe closer to 15, clean from. Well, no, it wasn't. I was like 6 or 8 years in, and I met up with all my buddies from high school, and I'm talking to my best friend like we were brothers, like his parents still love me. I'm telling him like, yeah, dude, I had a real bad time with booze and pills and coke and fucking damaging myself. And he's like, oh yeah, man, well, I can get some coke. I'm like, dude, I just told you I don't want any fucking coke. uh I'm like, he's like, oh look, I got like 4 different kinds of bourbon. I'm like, I don't, like, dude, I just told you I have like 7 years, 8 years under my belt without doing any of that shit. Why are you trying to give it to me now? He's like, oh well, it's just a weekend. No, dude, no. If I have one shot, I'm gonna drink that bottle, and if there's any left after that, I'm gonna want to drink that too. And as far as cocaine, if you give me a line now, you're going to be calling your guy back here, and I don't have that kind of money right now, so I'm probably going to beat the shit out of your fucking coke guy and rob him. Like, you really don't want, like, I'm telling you, I had a fucking problem. And it took me a while to get away from it, so no, dude, like, stop. Come on, you're supposed to be my fucking friend. But that was a rude awakening, really. They all still acted like, they were 17-year-old kids in their senior year of high school, just trying to be cool in front of everybody. I'm like, dude, like, I don't understand. You're almost 40 years old. You're 35, 36 years old. What the fuck are you doing? Yep. Tear it up, fish. Well, guys, I'm going to have to close her down because I got to get ready to go pick Alley Cat up from work. I'm sure she's fucking ready to hear that I'm waiting, because then it means it's only about 15 minutes and then she can leave. But yeah, you if you want it, man, you gotta fight to keep it sometimes. Like, I don't like me drunk, so. But yeah, thanks for stopping in, everybody. Have a good night, guys.